Hey there, it's me again, and I was figuring that I'd start just uploading what I'm doing on this world, just kinda. I'd like to document it. I think that would be fun. Right now, I'm working on a door for it, which I'm going to use purely sand for, and so I'm just sitting today figuring out kind of how to do that, and I think I figured out a good method that I want to do. It requires a lot of pistons because I want to do a 5x4. I'll put up a screenshot. This is kind of the design I want to do, but I need to make sure that it works properly. I want it to fill up all the sand back into place. So that's one of my goals, is that for sure. So right now I'm just going to collect a lot of resources so that I can make the pistons properly. I need sticky pistons. Okay, well, I need let's see, 20 sticky pistons, maybe more. So I'm probably going to spend some time down there. I found a slime chunk and gather some slime. So that'll be a little bit of it as well. All right, I've got my first guy so far. Alright, I don't really know how slimes work, but that sucked. So I forgot to unpause, but a bunch of slimes. So we're doing slime balls. I'm so glad because now I can go back to work. I can sit here for almost an hour. Alright. So right now I'm going to build a really big castle around this kind of area, and I want to build a little town over there. But one main thing that I want to do is I want to make a door that is built out of gravel. And so the door that I want to do, it'll be, let me give you a quick demonstration. So I plan it to be 5 blocks tall. So let's see, one more. Alright, so it'll be 5 blocks tall. Alright, so the arch will go around it. And then when you push this button, it'll have all the blocks fall. And then you'll be able to walk over to, the town. And now the mechanism that I'm working on is I want to be able to push all of these back into the roof. And so that's the plan that I've got. So I was trying to figure out a system to make that work. But there's 20 pieces of blocks here. And so what I needed is I need a node system that can run 20 times. And so I think I figured it out what I'm going to do for that. So I'll go ahead and build a little demonstration of how a node's going to look. So first you'll have a block like this, and then you'll want to dig out to like such, put a block in there, and then you'll want to put some redstone and some redstone repeaters. So you put a block of redstone here, and a repeater on this side. Now what this is ultimately going to do is, let me get this guy out of here. This is going to make it so then it's kind of like a binary system. So it will tell if this piston is on or off. So let's say we've got a pulse. It'll go through, and it'll pass through this node, and then it'll go to the next node, and so on and so forth. So you'll line these up a bunch next to each other. Now, when this node is activated through this, I want it at the very end, it'll deactivate itself. So the last node, it'll go through here, deactivate this piston from a toggle flip-flop. Now how that looks is it's going to look like this. Let me craft some torches. There we go. This is what a T flip-flop looks like. And so what this does is ultimately from one single pulse, like for example the push of a button, what it does is it's going to make it so that, let me fix that, there we go, it'll make it so then it's either an on or off state. So for example, if I don't really have a button on me, but let's say, see with a quick flick, from one quick pulse, it swaps the side that's on. So that's the goal, is to have this guy would go into the top of this and turn it on or off. Now right now there's a constant string, so it's not going to work properly. But if I was to activate it, it swaps sides. Now the other mechanism comes from this, is I'm going to have, we'll do a redstone torch back here, powering this, which will lead into this piston, right? So right now I can't deactivate it. But for example, do you see how now it'll go down to here, even when the block's on top of it? But if the piston is back in its default position, it's blocking this stream from working. So if it goes past it, it'll go to the next node, and then so on and so forth. And the last node will deactivate itself and trigger that piston mechanism to push all the gravel up. Once that node is completed, it'll go to the 19th. After a full circle, it'll go back to the 19th node. And let's say the 20th node has been open now. The 19th node succeeds, and so this is a very poor demonstration. But I've got it figured out and it's working down where I built it, so I will need to move some of the blocks, but it might just be one of those weird redstone chunk things where it doesn't work in this chunk. And so I'll go down, I'll show you a practical example. Oh yeah, I found a dungeon when I was working on this way earlier. So that's really nice. It's a spider one. It's got some decent resources, all my cobble. So yeah, and it's going to be right underneath this whole kind of area. So it's really nice that I have a spawner right there where I plan to have a castle. So that's very nice indeed. Let's see. There we go. Sounds like it's daytime. I've got some things burning now. So that is very good. I'm going to finish this up and we'll see where it goes from there. There we go. Now I finished up that sequence. I just need to make the toggle flip-flops on each of them. And I think I'm going to be way out of redstone. So I'm going to travel back. I don't know if I have any more, so I'll probably go mining if I need. But I need to repair this pickaxe or get a new one. But yeah, this is just kind of the foundational of the door so far. So I'm going to head back home and we'll get started from there. Patch that guy up. There we go. Sweet. Oh, here we go. Alrighty, so I have done a lot of work and I've nearly finished the whole node system. And so each node is all the way complete, and I put the toggle flip-flops behind, little bug there. I've put the toggle flip-flops behind each one, and then I have made a way for the toggle flip-flops to be reset. So if you understand, this is how it's going to work. So let's say this node, node 3 for example, let's say this is the end of the line, right? So this is going to go back, deactivate this toggle, right? Now,
what's going to happen is it deactivates this toggle, and then it's going to loop around. Once it loops back around, since this toggle is deactivated, this piston will be extended. Therefore, this redstone will not reach this repeater, and it'll go down instead. What this redstone leads to is it actually deactivates this next one. And so each time, whenever it gets down to one of these guys, it goes and it creates an input. And what that input does is it's going to work to build that sand in the door, right? So this input goes through, and it also has an input that goes around and it loops. So it goes, it loops, bam. Now it's on to node 2. Node 2, once more, deactivates this toggle, and then it goes around, loops back around, and then it comes back to here. Now this one, its toggle is deactivated. This one's final roll, the very first one, it'll come in and it'll go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to this button right here. And what this is going to do is reset each and every toggle flip-flop, T-flip-flop. Because, for example, like if I was to power it, which I can't right now, it's not going to work. But if I was to power it, because it's not complete, if I was to power it, right, and it goes through its cycles, every single piston is going to be extended once its node is complete. So how do I reset that? Well, using the toggle flip-flops on the back, if I press this button, it pushes out every single node from 1 all the way down there to 10, and then all the way down this separate little aisle that I've made to 20. So this is going to be the very end of the sequence. After everything is all said and done, the door has been built, this is the final say, is it resets once more, and every toggle flip-flop is put back into its slot. And thus, it is ready for another, I guess, button press. So when you press that first button, it goes through, does all 20 inputs, goes back, and resets the whole thing. So it's one press of a button, and you've got the door which is going to open, and you've got the door which is going to close.
So, this is the test to see if it'll work. Let's see. Let's see if it'll work. Okay. So it looks like it's looped twice. Okay. So it worked twice, and now something's up. So what happened here? Okay, so it looks like this guy is cut off. Yep, okay. There you go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and reset these, and then we'll just break something else. Sorry, thought that I'd broken something more than a lever. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Let's reset this guy now. Alright, sweet. Now let's go ahead and start that up again. So it should be all good. And I hope that it's going to go fast. It's going to go really fast. That's not the goal. I need to slow it down a lot. But the goal, a big part of it is just to find out, does it work? So here we go again. So pulse 1, pulse 2. Okay, pulse 2, it failed again. That's why we test things, to find out what is wrong. Let's see. Again, the same guy. So, glitch. So it goes through. Okay, so it goes up here. Should make it down and toggle this guy. So something's not working, or he's supposed to get toggled. So let's go ahead. Let's power this guy on. So, okay. This torch, is it just the torch we're talking about?
Okay, see, now we're getting the signal. Let's see.
So, oh, I know. that's because this lever does the whole thing to start up. So, let's break this. It should be fine. There we go. And circuit 3 is activated. Okay. That is perfect. So let me go ahead, I'll reset each of these guys again. And then I'll go ahead and start it over. And it should work this time, just fine. So, I don't know what the deal was. I didn't solve this, did I? That scares me. So, he activates. And so this guy, bam, deactivates him, loops around. And the second time, bam, deactivates this guy. But the issue is, now that this block is there, he only deactivates him. He doesn't reset the timer. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright. That's not bad. That could have been tragically worse. Alright, this is it. This is it right here. It is going to do all 20 items, you know. Now that this has been fixed up, watch this. One thing that I really do love about this version's Redstone is it's a lot more approachable. There's so few mechanics and really types of stuff that you need to know, but it's still so like large. Like just this piston door idea that I'm trying to do. Like I'm going to work on it until I know for a fact it cannot work. But it's so approachable. I'm not a Redstone guy at all, and so the fact that like this is able to work, it's huge for me. Alright, so that's one pulse. Hopefully we'll see it coming down on the side over here. Should put glass in here, that'd be cool. In that, to kind of take a look at it. Let's see, we're gonna get a second pulse. Or did I break something in the process? Maybe it's super slow. Okay. Alright, I broke something. So it goes through here, bam, deactivates this guy, goes around. I need to check how long. Because this time, it didn't reset this, did it? Alright, let's do another simulation. Bam. Oh, forgot. Bam. Bam. Forgot about that. And let me patch this up. And I'll do a little break right here. Okay. So it's should be fine. I'm not sure. Now it should work, hopefully. When I'm testing it, it works. And when I go to do this, it doesn't. Big old lag spike. See, reset, and I gotta reset these guys. And I think that honestly the lever is easier. So after seeing how much that even delayed it, like this and all this, I think I probably only, like, realistically, probably one layer's worth. Hold on, I gotta make sure this is all complete. So I broke one of these guys earlier. So he works. Okay. Yeah, I think I patched the sequence break. Alright, now we've got another moment of truth. All the way down. The amount of time I've walked down this hallway today is 4:30 a.m. And I'm completing this loop today. I am. I'm not going to bed until I complete it. Alright, here we go. It's one pulse. See it go off. Let's get a second pulse. Okay. I think what is breaking here is this guy isn't reaching. He's not reaching anymore to this. Let's test. I'm going to reset him, and I'm just going to start the sequence from here. Yeah, right here. Okay, now it should loop. Oh. Okay. Is it on the way back? Oh. Okay. That's the third. It's so hard to watch. I can't tell where it is half the time. There we go. Fourth sequence. Okay. So we made it here to the fourth sequence. Alright. So it goes down and changes this guy. So he's now on. But this guy, oh, he's blocked again. Oh. Man, I have a really big problem with that. This guy's gonna get blocked off as well. So, okay. I can't believe I didn't, have that foresight. Okay. So in that case, I can do that, use that as a stopper. There we go, so it'll push out there. Cover up that, it'll still make it. Okay. Same thing happens here. I just need to move it so it's... Let's see. There we go. Oh yeah, we're fixing it. I feel like such a rookie. This, oh, it's, I know it's gonna work. Alrighty, so I have finished it up. If we go down here, I can give you a demonstration on the full thing. So it'll loop all the way around 20 times, and then at the very end, it'll reset these pistons. I did have to do a little bit of work and troubleshooting. There were some pistons that would activate the second guy, so, you know, troubleshooting is a lot of redstone. This very expensive model, but I don't mind. I think I've had so much fun trying to figure it out just from scratch. And so there's a piston down there for some reason. It would let go of the block when it pushed it out, and it wouldn't be able to re-grab it. So I had to adjust that a little bit. It's one block back and it's pushed up, so it's a little odd, but it all works. And I'll go ahead and give a quick demonstration of the full thing through and through, and its deactivation. So let me go ahead. I'll push this button, and I'll try and catch up to all these pistons. Alright, so the first node has already been triggered. There's the second one. Third guy. Go to the fourth. Perfect. I'll give you a little look. So if you look, this guy's going to go in here, and it's going to hit this and toggle it. So that's how it actually changes this. I'll give you another look over here. I've got redstone powering through the block, and so when it swaps, it's able to go through and power, which in turn powers the block. And so this guy, he'll go down. You see the piston change, and it goes to the repeater. So that's kind of how the system works. And what's really cool is that, real quick, look at that. This whole system, it gets a little bit faster as it gets closer to the end. And so what I think I'm going to do for the very end, the extender part, in which I need to make the door get rebuilt, I'm going to have it reset here and go to the door mechanism. So at this point over here, it'll go to the door mechanism, and that's the whole plan. Bam, look at that. And so it gets really fast over here. So it's super fast. And then it's going to go through and all reset. So that's how it works. It goes through 20 times around, and then it resets afterwards, and it's ready for another push. And so the goal after this, so this is a good first part. This is probably the bulkiest build of it all. It's going to go from here all the way up, and the other thing I need to do is build a piston extender, a vertical piston extender over here. It needs to be 6 blocks high, maybe 5 will work. I'm not too sure, but 6 blocks high, I need to replace that for a normal piston. But it'll go up, and then I'm going to have a horizontal piston extender, which is way easier. Push it back down, and then this piston extender, same type deal. It's going to go out, pull back in. So I just might need to move this stuff, but I'm not too concerned. Right here, I just have to figure out, I've got all this good space right here for a piston extender, and that should be sufficient. All this stuff is kind of far off away. So yeah, and then after that, it's going to be, I'll start on the castle actually. And so right now I just want to get the door down, make sure I can do it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And I did see another design that just pushed all of the sand. There was a piston extender down here, and it pushed all the sand up, and so it would still fall down, but it would build it back up, upwards. And so, as simple as that is, I really want to build my own redstone kind of from scratch, and I really love this system where it goes 20 times around. I'm really proud of that. And then I want the sand to be able to fall down, and kind of the doors built by all the sand falling down in front. But yeah, that's a big part of this build done. I'm gonna work on some other stuff, probably get this video out there, and then start working on this piston extender. I've done a little bit of research. Yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys will stick around and watch this video. Hopefully you'll watch the next one. So, thank you very much.